Hey there, and welcome back to Yoga and Wellness with Amanda. I'm Amanda, and in today's practice, we are going to be flowing through some heart-opening yoga poses. We won't need any props today, just our yoga mat, so let's roll out and get started. All right, so for today's practice, I'm going to have us begin in easy seated pose or Sukhasana. And I really want us to take a moment here to feel grounded and connected to our mat, connected to the earth, because we're going to need some stability for some of our poses later throughout practice. So we really want to hone in on cultivating that connection right off the bat. So really feel rooted and grounded through those sit bones, elongate the spine, sit up nice and tall, and if you'd like to close your eyes, you can do so, or gaze at the floor in front of you, nice and soft. Rest the hands on the thighs and just begin to bring the awareness inward. Notice the pace of your breath as it flows in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one of the ways I like to cultivate a connection to the earth and make myself really feel grounded is to imagine when I inhale, bringing that breath up through the earth, through the sit bones, up into the body, and then exhaling it back down. So just adding that kind of visual element to the breath symbolizes to me a really nice way to intentionally ground and connect to practice and connect to the breath and that flow of energy as we begin. And if you'd like, go ahead and begin to bring some motion into the upper body. Take a few shoulder rolls. And again, always option to keep the eyes open or closed here. We just want to invite a nice calming sense into the breath, the physical body, and the mind as we begin. Maybe switch directions if that feels good to you. Still breathing with intent and feeling grounded, keeping that integrity in the spine. And we'll find stillness and take a couple neck circles here, whether that's just letting the head fall from side to side or front to back, or taking full circles. Just find that stretch that you need right now and honor that. It might look a little different from mine, or it might be the same. And if you find a spot that really needs a little bit more stretch, just stay there for a breath. That's okay. I want to encourage you to make this practice your own. Honor your body. Just remember to keep breathing. Then we'll come back to center. Gently flutter the eyes open if they're not already, and we're going to inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead, gaze towards the sky. Exhale, bring the palms together as you bring them down to heart center. Inhale, reach up, shine towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. One more like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Go ahead and rest your thumb knuckles on your sternum here, and I just want you to send some intentional love to yourself, inviting that sensation of opening the heart chakra and honoring your physical body, following your breath, and just giving back to yourself in this moment. I think it's important to not only send love to others, but definitely to yourself. Can't pour from an empty cup, right? And we'll bring the hands back to the lap. If you'd like, you can switch the cross in the legs or stay as you are. And continue to feel that rootedness through the sit bones, long straight spine. We're going to inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up to the center. And on the exhale, we're gonna gently twist to the right. That right hand is gonna come to plant by the hip, and the left hand is going to grip the right knee, just gently tracking towards the right. Waking up the spine a little bit here. And on an exhale, we'll slowly release and come back to center. Inhale, reach back up. And on the exhale, we'll twist to the opposite side. This time, right hand finds left knee, left hand comes to plant by the hip. Just gently track the body towards the left side of the room. Only twist as far as feels good. And if you feel any discomfort or pain, just gently release the twist a little bit. We don't want to overdo it. We're still warming up the body here. I think it's important in any practice, whether it's yoga or any other type of physical activity, that you give your body time to acclimate and warm up before you just jump right in. That can help avoid injury and just ease yourself into whatever activity you're doing. And on an exhale, slowly release and come back to center. Awesome. We're going to plant that right hand on the mat. Inhale, reach that left arm overhead. Really reach out through those fingertips, creating a nice stretch through the side body. And then rotate a little bit, open the heart space, shine the chest towards the sky. And just use our right hand here to help us keep balanced. Still feel rooted and grounded in the lower body, and keep breathing. You can breathe in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth, whatever feels good for you. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bring that left hand all the way down to the mat. Inhale that right arm up and overhead. Really reach out through those fingertips. Find the nice stretch in the side body. And once you've reached that, rotate open. Shine the heart towards the sky. One more deep breath in, and on the exhale, we'll return that right hand down to the mat. Awesome. We're going to bring those hands back to heart center. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release those hands, bring them to clasp behind the back, shine the heart space forward, bring the knuckles down to the mat, gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin to chest. One more, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. And gently release. Maybe shake it out, give yourself a little hand or wrist massage. We're going to do one more quick little stretch here in seated, and then we're going to transition to our tabletop. So we're going to take a couple of rib cage rolls here. So we just want to start moving the upper body in a little bit of a circle. So bring the chest forward towards the left knee and then around towards the right. And then when you go backward, kind of arch the spine. So imagine doing a kind of dynamic cat and cow motion with the spine. And these don't have to be really big circles. They can be nice and small. We just want to kind of awaken the spine here. And then if it feels good to you, go ahead and switch directions. So just moving in the opposite way. Just don't think too much about it. And if it's not in your practice, you can do a couple more side body stretches or seated cat-cow. That's another great option for this position. Then we'll come back to center, and we're gonna come and transition into tabletop. So we'll swing those legs around, bring our hands to the mat here, and we really want to make sure we spread our hands nice and wide here. So we're rooting and grounded through the palms of the hands, using the fingertips as little grippies to keep our position. And you could keep the toes curled or the tops of the feet flat on the mat. whatever feels good to you. And we're gonna take a couple rounds of cat and cow here. So on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow. And on the exhale, drop the head, arch the spine as you press away from the earth for cat pose. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And I want you to flow with your breath here. So maybe your breaths are a little quicker or slower. Just sync the movement of the body to the pace of your breath. And if you find that you need to stay in one of the poses longer, take a round of breath. Like maybe cow pose just feels really good on the spine, so take a round of breath here. And just when you're ready on the next exhale, transition back into cat. Again, give yourself permission to make this practice your own. And then after you finish that last round of cat and cow, we're going to meet back at a neutral spine here. And we are going to take a little stretch for our hamstring as we transition into our next pose. So we'll start with the left leg. Extend that left leg back on the mat. Really press out through that heel. And while we're in this hamstring stretch here, I want you to focus on engaging your core, creating a nice long straight spine. Feel the weight of the body evenly distributed between all points of contact with the mat. You are strong and you're supported by the mat beneath you. No matter what, the ground is always right beneath you. And then what we're going to do now is we are actually going to transition into a modified side plank. So bear with me here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to bring our left hand up to the sky. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, rotate that back foot so the heel comes down to the mat, and reach that left arm up towards the sky. So our goal is to create a nice strong straight line between our hands. I'm a little off balance this morning, but that's okay. And then if you need to kind of kickstand this left foot back, or just kidding, that's our right foot back to kind of increase stability, you can do that. Work on stacking your hips, so scoot that left foot back. If you're feeling balanced, I believe in you. Inhale, bring that left leg up parallel to the mat, big breath in. Exhale, bring it down. We'll do this a couple more times, ready? Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, release. Awesome. We'll rotate that left hand back to the mat. Bring our left knee back to the mat. And just for a second here, let's come into child's pose. Give yourself a moment to rest. Bring the forehead on the mat. You can goal post the arms or reach the fingertips out long. And just take a moment to notice how your left side of the body feels compared to the right, because we did a little bit of kind of active moving here, and see if you can tell where the heat is residing in your body, which muscles were just activated. And then when you're ready, bring the body back up to tabletop, and we're going to do that same flow on the opposite side. All right, so this time we're going to extend the right leg long on the mat here. Really press out through that right heel, creating a nice long straight spine here. Nice hamstring stretch, and again, feeling rooted and grounded through all points of contact with the mat. The mat and the earth beneath it is here to support you. You are strong, connected, grounded through the earth. And when you feel ready, maybe kickstand that left leg out a little bit if you need. Inhale, we're gonna reach that right hand up towards the sky. Open up the heart space, stack those shoulders. Kickstand that left foot out, bring that right heel down to the mat. Feel nice and rooted and grounded, supported, again, supported through all points of contact here. And when you're ready, inhale, bring that right leg up parallel to the mat. Great job. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Exhale. exhale, release. Last one, inhale, bring it up. Ooh, exhale, release. Awesome. Rotate back down to the mat. Easy for me to say. Do as I say, not as I do. Big toes to touch, sink back into child's pose. Maybe notice if you feel the same heat on the opposite side of the body now, or maybe you just feel a general sense of warmth from engaging the body in kind of an active position. And just take a few more breaths here. And then when you feel ready, bring the body back up. We'll come back into all fours onto our tabletop position. Uncurl those toes. And we're gonna make sure we're nice and grounded in our hands here. And we're gonna come into our downward facing dog. So curl the toes, deep breath in, lift the hips. Exhale. Paddle out the feet here. Give the hamstrings a little bit more love. And again, feel rooted and grounded through all points of contact to the mat here. Your hands are here to support you. The ball mounds of the feet are rooted into the mat. Allow the head and neck to hang. And then on the next inhale, we're going to bring that right leg up parallel to the mat. Exhale, tuck it into the chest, and we're going to step into our low lunge. So bring that right foot in between the hands, really press out through that back heel, and we're going to drop that back knee here. Uncurl the toes. We want to make sure we have a nice straight line from our right ankle to our right knee here. Once easy for me to say, once we feel supported, inhale, rise up. Goal post the arms, modified crescent lunge. Open up the heart space, inhale, gaze up. Open mouth, exhale. Let out some of that heat. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. One more, deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. And we'll return, bring our hands to heart center. I think Trooper is behind our camera here. He was breathing with us too. And then when you're ready, bring those hands back to the mat. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee, and we're gonna step back downward dog. You know, we're working hard today, bringing some heat into the body, warming up, stretching out. And on the next inhale, bring that left leg up parallel-ish to the mat. And then exhale, tuck it into the chest as you step forward. Come into that lunge, drop the back knee and uncurl the toes. And we want to make sure we keep the integrity in our pose here. So nice, strong straight line of our leg here to protect our joints. And when you feel nice and rooted, grounded, secure within your points of contact to the mat, inhale, reach up, goal post arms. Let out the breath. Inhale, gaze up. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We'll come back, bring our hands to heart center and stay in our lunge for a moment here. And then when you're ready, bring those hands back down to the mat, curl those back toes, lift the back knee and step back, downward facing dog. Relax into the pose, allow the head and neck to hang. Backs of the legs nice and stretched. Energetically, those heels are reaching towards the earth. Openness in the heart and the shoulders. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, shift forward, come into high plank. Drop those knees. And we're gonna come back to seated. No chaturangas in this class. I think we've worked hard enough today. So we're gonna come back to our seated position here. And we're actually going to extend our legs forward. So bring the feet forward and keep a little bit of space here between your feet. We don't want to kind of crank the legs together because that like kind of is uncomfortable with the hips. That's not really natural for the body. So legs, a little bit of space, almost if there was like a yoga block in between your feet here. Keep the feet flexed, sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. We're actually going to do a little bit of a Foley twist action here. So we're going to go to the right first. So we're going to bring the right leg out a little bit. So just kind of like whoosh, open that up. We're going to bend the left knee, bring the inside of the left foot, or the bottom of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Words are hard. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, rotate towards that extended leg, and on the exhale, fold forward and bring the hands down to the mat wherever they fall. If you could reach your toes, more power to you. If not, even more power to you. And we just want to kind of bring our body down towards that thigh. Always an option to bend the right knee if you feel any tightness or discomfort here. You can always put like a blanket or a towel or something under there too, just saying. And then we're gonna incorporate a little heart opener here. So we're actually going to bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg and just kind of add a little bit of a twist. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but we're just gonna add a little bit of a twist to our pose here. And then we will do our heart opener, which is the opposite of this, but you wanna stretch both sides. So that's what we're doing. Just got a little bit ahead of myself here. And then exhale, release. And this time we're gonna bring the right hand kind of towards our toes. If you can grab your toes, again, that's great. If not, just go ahead and kind of grip onto your ankle or your shin, wherever you can kind of grab onto. We're gonna inhale, circle sweep that left arm up and create a nice openness in the chest. So that left arm is kind of going opposite of the right leg. And this is a nice little twist, nice little heart opener. Gaze up towards that left hand. Continue to breathe here. Great job. Exhale, we're going to come back, bring both hands to that extended leg, and then on the inhale, begin to rise. Good job. All right, hopefully the next side will be a little bit smoother. We got this. So we're gonna switch sides. So we're gonna straddle out the left leg, bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. We're doing better already here. Sit up nice and tall, inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, rotate towards that extended leg and fold. Again, bring those hands down to the mat or to the leg, wherever they fall. Honor the flexibility in your body today. And just be mindful of that limit. Again, bend that left knee a little bit, put a little cushion under there if you need a little support. We want to be comfortable. We don't want to hurt ourselves here. And then we're going to start with our little twist. So we're going to bring the right hand now to the outside of the left leg and then just pull the body down towards that left leg, creating a nice little twist action and stretch on the right side of the body. This way we're stretching both sides in opposite ways, creating balance. And then we're going to release, bring that right hand back down, and then we're going to bring our left hand either to the toes if you can reach, or grasp onto the ankle or any part of the leg. Inhale, open the heart space, bring that right arm up towards the sky. Again, trying to create a nice line from your extended leg to your extended arm. My wall is right here, so this is as far as I can go, but you get the idea. Breathing into the pose here. Opening the heart, creating a nice inviting space. And on the next exhale, we'll bring it back in, release both hands, and inhale, come back up to seated. Great job, I knew you could do it. And from here, we're gonna come into Batakanasana, butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet to touch. Again, sit up nice and tall, rooted, grounded through those sit bones. Inhale, shine the heart. Exhale, lead with that brightly shining heart space. Fold forward just a bit, only to the point that feels good for you today. Maybe your head comes all the way down to the mat. Cool. Maybe you only bend a little bit. That is also cool. I think the power of honoring the body in yourself and your practice is finding that limit and accepting that some days you can move a little bit more, bend a little bit further, and other days it just is not going to happen. And the more we practice, the more we can become in tune with those sensations and honor that. And I really think the ability to honor that feeling and respect your own practice and your body and those sensations is what makes your own yoga practice just really great. That's advanced, not doing some crazy balancing pose for Instagram, you know, which I mean, like, if that's your thing, like, that's totally cool, but that's not where I'm going with that. Anyway, when you're ready, we're slowly gonna rise back up, use our hands to bring our knees together, feet come flat on the mat, put the hands to the hips to kind of stabilize, and we're just gonna do a couple windshield wipers here. So bring the knees right to left, just to create a little bit of movement. I know sometimes I start to feel a little bit stuck when I'm in Batakanasana for a bit, and we want to balance. So we were holding a pose and now we're bringing motion into a part of the body that we were holding. I think that's a good philosophy. It's my philosophy anyway. All right, so then we'll come back to Sukhasana as we began practice. Inhale, bring those hands up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart. If you'd like to close out practice with me, we'll bring thumb knuckles to forehead. The beautiful, abundant, brightly shining light within me sees, honors, and respects that same brightly shining, loving light in each and every one of you. Namaste. And we did it. We made it through another yoga flow together. I hope you feel invigorated and were able to reconnect with yourself and just learn something about your yoga practice today. That's my goal throughout these videos, is to kind of give you space to explore your own practice as you learn a couple different flows as we focus on different areas of the body. So if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. Either way, I'll see you next Thursday at 8 a.m.